Chosen one, God has guided you here for a divine purpose. A message so powerful, it will shift the very foundation of your life. You are about to step into a season of abundance, where money flows to you like an endless river, unstoppable, overflowing, and divinely ordained. This isn't just about financial wealth. It's about a complete transformation, a spiritual awakening that will unlock prosperity in every area of your life. God Himself is taking charge, and He's saying, "Do this now, and watch the floodgates of abundance open." Get ready, because what I'm about to share will ignite a fire in your soul and lead you to a future filled with richness, purpose, and divine favor. Stay with me until the end, because if you're truly a chosen one, your spirit already knows this message is meant for you. Imagine a river, vast and unending, flowing with crystal clear waters that never run dry. That's the kind of wealth God has prepared for you, a financial breakthrough so profound it will leave you in awe. But this isn't about chasing money or toiling endlessly. God is telling you to align with His will, to take specific actions in faith, and to trust that His provision is already on its way. The days of financial struggle, of worrying about bills or scraping by, are over. From this moment forward, you are stepping into a divine flow of abundance, where money comes to you effortlessly like a river that never stops flowing. This is your divine inheritance, chosen one, and it's time to claim it. What does God mean when He says, "Do this now"? It's not about working harder or smarter. It's about surrendering to His divine plan. The first step is faith. Believe with every fiber of your being that God is your provider, that He has already set aside resources for you that are beyond your wildest dreams. Philippians 4:19 declares, "My God will meet all your needs according to the riches of His glory in Christ Jesus." This isn't a promise for tomorrow. It's for today, right now, in this very moment. When you trust in His provision, you open the door to miracles. You don't have to figure it all out. You don't have to stress over how it will happen. Your job is to believe, to act in obedience, and to walk in alignment with His purpose. The second step is gratitude. Start thanking God now for the wealth that's coming your way. Gratitude is like a magnet. It attracts more of what you're thankful for. When you give thanks for the blessings you haven't yet seen, you're telling the universe, "I'm ready to receive." Picture yourself standing at the edge of that endless river, feeling the cool waters of abundance wash over you. Thank God for the money that's flowing, for the opportunities that are opening, for the financial freedom that's already yours. This simple act of gratitude shifts your energy, aligning you with God's frequency of provision. It's not just positive thinking. It's a spiritual transaction that unlocks the floodgates of wealth. Now let's talk about action. God's plan for your prosperity requires you to move in faith. This doesn't mean reckless decisions or chasing get-rich-quick schemes. It means listening to that still, small voice within you, the Holy Spirit guiding your steps. Maybe it's starting that business you've been dreaming about, investing in your education, or reaching out to someone who can open a door. Whatever it is, God will make it clear. Proverbs 16:3 says, "Commit to the Lord whatever you do, and He will establish your plans." When you take that first step, even if it feels uncertain, God will meet you there. He will amplify your efforts, turning small actions into massive breakthroughs. Chosen one, I want to pause for a moment to thank you for being here. Your presence, your faith, your willingness to receive this message, it's powerful. If this is resonating with your spirit, I invite you to take a moment to hit that like button and subscribe. to join thousands of other chosen ones on this journey of divine transformation. Your support helps spread this message of hope and abundance to those who need it most. Let's keep this light shining together. Now, let's dive back in, because God's not done with you yet. The beauty of God's provision is that it's not limited by the world's economy, your current circumstances, or what others think is possible. While the world operates in scarcity, God operates in overflow. He's not bound by stock markets, job markets, or bank accounts. He's the creator of the universe, the one who spoke the stars into existence. If he can do that, don't you think he can provide the financial freedom you've been praying for? Your wealth is already secured in the spiritual realm. It's just waiting for you to step into it. This is why God is saying, do this now. Align your heart, your mind, and your actions with His divine plan, and watch the money flow like an endless river. Let's talk about what this wealth will look like. It's not just about paying off debts or covering your bills, though God will absolutely take care of those. It's about living a life of purpose, where money becomes a tool to fulfill your divine calling. Maybe you're meant to start a ministry, fund a charity, or build a legacy for your family. Whatever your purpose, God's abundance will equip you to do it. Picture yourself free from financial worry, able to give generously, to travel, to create, to live the life God designed for you. This is the kind of wealth that brings peace, joy, and fulfillment. Not just temporary riches, but eternal prosperity. But here's the truth, chosen one: the enemy will try to stop you. Doubt, fear, and naysayers will come knocking, trying to pull you back into a mindset of lack. They'll whisper that it's too good to be true, that you don't deserve this, that wealth is for someone else. But God's word says otherwise. Isaiah 54:17 declares, "No weapon formed against you shall prosper." When you stand firm in your faith, those lies lose their power. The devil may try to distract you, but he cannot stop what God has ordained. Your abundance is protected by divine authority, and no force in heaven or earth can take it away. If this message is speaking to your soul, if you feel the truth of God's promise stirring within you, I invite you to declare your faith. Pause right now and type 777 in the comments below. This powerful number is a sign of divine completion, a declaration that you're ready to receive the wealth God has prepared for you. By typing 777, you're telling the universe, I'm claiming my divine abundance. Stay with me, chosen one, because we're just getting started. Let's talk about the transformation that's happening within you. As you embrace God's call to do this now, you're not just changing your bank account, you're changing your entire life. This is a spiritual shift, a renewal of your mind and heart. Romans 12:2 says, "Do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind." When you stop thinking like the world, trapped in scarcity, fear, and limitation, and start thinking like God, you unlock a new reality. You begin to see opportunities where others see obstacles. You start to attract wealth because your energy aligns with God's limitless provision. This transformation isn't just internal, it's visible. People will notice a change in you. Your confidence will grow, your presence will radiate, and your life will become a testimony to God's power. Think of Joseph in the Bible, who went from a pit to a palace because he trusted God's plan. He didn't let his circumstances define him, and neither should you. No matter where you are right now, whether you're struggling with debt, unemployment, or uncertainty, God is saying, I've got this. Your job is to trust, to act, and to walk boldly into the abundance He's prepared. Let's talk about timing, because God's timing is perfect. You may feel like you've been waiting forever for your breakthrough. But every moment of waiting has been preparation. God has been refining you, strengthening your faith and aligning circumstances behind the scenes. Ecclesiastes 3:1 says, "There is a time for everything and a season for every activity under the heavens." Your season of abundance is here, chosen one. The floodgates are opening and the river of wealth is flowing toward you. All you need to do is step into it with faith and expectation. Now, I want to take a moment to thank you from the bottom of my heart. Your presence here, your faith, and your willingness to embrace this message are making a difference, not just in your life, but in the lives of others. If you feel called to support this work, consider leaving a super thanks. Your generosity helps keep these messages of hope and divine truth flowing to chosen ones like you around the world. Whether you choose to donate or not, know that you are valued, seen, and loved. Let's keep moving forward because God's plan for you is unfolding right now. What does it mean to step into this river of abundance? It means letting go of old mindsets. You can't carry the baggage of doubt, fear, or scarcity into this new season. God is calling you to release the past, to forgive yourself for financial mistakes, to let go of limiting beliefs, and to trust that He's making all things new. This is your fresh start, chosen one. The river of wealth is flowing, and it's time to dive in. Let's talk about the practical side of this divine instruction. God may be leading you to take specific actions. Maybe it's updating your resume, starting a side hustle, or investing in a skill that will open new doors. Whatever it is, don't overthink it. Trust the nudge in your spirit. When you move in faith, God multiplies your efforts. Think of the parable of the talents in Matthew 25. Those who used what they were given saw their resources grow. God has given you talents, ideas, and opportunities. Use them, and watch how He turns your small steps into a flood of blessings. This river of abundance isn't just about money, it's about freedom. Financial freedom means you're no longer bound by worry or lack. It means you can give generously, live joyfully, and pursue your God-given purpose without restraint. Imagine waking up every day knowing that your needs are met, that you have more than enough to share, and that your life is a testimony to God's goodness. This is the life God has designed for you, chosen one. It's not a distant dream, it's your divine reality, and it's unfolding now. But here's the key. You must stay aligned with God's will. This isn't about chasing wealth for selfish gain. God's abundance comes with a purpose. Your wealth is a tool to bless others, to build His kingdom, and to make a lasting impact. When you use your blessings to serve, you create a cycle of abundance that never ends. Luke 6:38 says, "Give and it will be given to you. A good measure pressed down, shaken together and running over will be poured into your lap." Luke, the more you give, the more God pours back into you. Chosen one, if this message is stirring your spirit, if you feel the power of God's promise resonating within you, I invite you to declare it. Type 777 in the comments below as a bold statement that you're ready to receive this endless river of wealth. Let the universe know you're claiming your divine inheritance. Stay with me, because we're diving deeper into this transformative truth. Let's talk about the power of expectation. When you expect God's blessings, you position yourself to receive them. Expectation is like a seed you plant in the spiritual realm. It grows into the reality you see. Start expecting money to flow to you. Expect opportunities to open. Expect divine connections to come your way. Psalm 62:5 says, "Yes, my soul, find rest in God. My hope comes from Him." Your hope, your expectation, is a magnet for God's provision. When you walk in expectation, you're telling God, "I'm ready for your blessings." This journey isn't just about financial wealth. It's about becoming the person God created you to be. As you step into this season of abundance, you'll notice a transformation in every area of your life. Your confidence will soar, your relationships will deepen, and your purpose will become clearer. People will see the light of God's favor shining through you, and you'll know it's the power of God's endless river flowing through your life. Think of David, a shepherd boy who became a king because he trusted God's plan. He didn't have wealth or status when he faced Goliath, but he had faith, and with one stone he changed his destiny. You, chosen one, are standing at your own Goliath moment. That giant of financial struggle, fear, or doubt is about to fall. God is handing you the stone, faith, gratitude, and action. Use it and watch how He turns your situation into a testimony of His power. Let's address the naysayers for a moment. There will always be people who doubt your breakthrough, who question your success, who try to pull you back into a mindset of lack. But their opinions don't matter. God's word does. When He says, "Do this now," He's not asking for their approval. He's asking for your obedience. Stand firm in your faith and let their doubts fade into the background. Your abundance is a testimony to God's faithfulness, and no one can take that away. If you're feeling the weight of this message, if you're ready to step into this divine flow of wealth, I want to thank you for being part of this journey. Your faith is inspiring, and it's changing the world around you. If you feel moved to support this work, a small super thanks goes a long way in keeping these messages alive for chosen ones like you. But whether you donate or not, your presence here is a blessing, and I'm grateful for you. Let's keep moving forward, because God's plan is unfolding in ways you can't even imagine. This river of abundance is not a one-time event. It's a continuous flow. God's provision doesn't have an expiration date. As you walk in His purpose, the blessings will keep coming, growing, and multiplying. Think of Abraham, who was promised descendants as numerous as the stars. His obedience led to a legacy that still impacts the world today. Your obedience will do the same. Your wealth will not only bless you, but will create a legacy for generations to come. Let's talk about the power of alignment. When you align your thoughts, words, and actions with God's will, you become a magnet for miracles. Start speaking abundance over your life. Say, "I am blessed. I am prosperous. Money flows to me effortlessly." These aren't just words. They're declarations that shift the spiritual atmosphere. Proverbs 18:21 says, "The tongue has the power of life and death." Speak life over your finances, your dreams, and your future, and watch how God brings those words to pass. You may be wondering, what if I don't see the results right away? Trust God's timing. Every seed you plant, every act of faith, every moment of gratitude, every step of obedience takes root in the spiritual realm. Galatians 6:9 says, "Let us not become weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap a harvest if we do not give up." Your harvest is coming, chosen one. Keep sowing, keep believing, and keep walking in faith. The river of abundance is already flowing. You just need to keep stepping toward it. This is your moment, chosen one. God is saying, do this now. Take that leap of faith. Trust His provision. Act on His guidance. The endless river of wealth is waiting for you, and it's closer than you think. Picture it, a life where money flows effortlessly, where you're free to live your purpose, where every need is met and every dream is within reach. This is God's plan for you, and it's unfolding right now. If this message is igniting your spirit, if you're ready to claim this divine abundance, type 777 in the comments below. Let the world know you're stepping into God's endless river of wealth. Stay with me, because we're about to dive even deeper into this transformative truth. Let's talk about the power of surrender. Surrender doesn't mean giving up, it means giving over. Hand your financial worries, your fears, and your doubts to God. Let Him take the wheel. When you surrender, you create space for His miracles to flow. Psalm 55:22 says, "Cast your cares on the Lord, and He will sustain you." Stop trying to control the outcome. Stop stressing about how it will happen. Trust that God's got it, and He's working behind the scenes to bring you the wealth He's promised. This river of abundance is also about impact. God doesn't bless you just for you. He blesses you to be a blessing. As money flows to you, think about how you can use it to make a difference. Maybe it's helping a family in need, supporting a cause you believe in, or investing in your community. Your wealth is a tool for God's kingdom, a way to spread love and hope. The more you give, the more God multiplies. It's a divine cycle that never ends. Let's talk about vision. God has given you a vision for your life, a dream, a purpose, a calling. That vision requires resources, and God is providing them. Habakkuk 2:2-3 says, "Write down the vision and make it plain on tablets, so that a herald may run with it, for the vision awaits an appointed time. It speaks of the end and will not prove false." Write down your dreams, chosen one. Be specific about the life you want to live, the impact you want to make. Then trust that God is aligning the resources to make it happen. The world may try to tell you that wealth is hard to come by, that you have to struggle to succeed. But God's economy is different. His abundance is limitless, and it's already yours. When you walk in His purpose, you don't have to chase money. It chases you. Deuteronomy 28:2 says, "All these blessings will come on you and accompany you if you obey the Lord your God." Obedience is the key that unlocks the river of wealth. Listen to His voice, follow His guidance, and watch how He pours out blessings you can't contain. Chosen one, I want to thank you again for being here, for standing in faith, for believing in God's promises. If this message is blessing you, consider hitting that like button and subscribing to join a community of chosen ones walking in divine abundance. Your support helps keep this light shining for others. Let's keep going, because God's plan for you is bigger than you can imagine. This journey of abundance is also a journey of transformation. As God pours out His blessings, He's shaping you into the person He created you to be. You're becoming bolder, wiser, and more aligned with His purpose. People will notice the change in you, not just in your finances, but in your spirit. Your confidence will inspire others, your generosity will touch lives, and your life will become a living testimony to God's power. Think of Esther, who went from an orphan to a queen because she trusted God's plan. Your story is just as powerful, and it's unfolding now. Let's talk about the power of community. You're not walking this path alone. There are thousands of chosen ones like you, stepping into God's abundance, breaking free from lack, and living their divine purpose. When you connect with others who share your faith, you amplify the power of God's promises. Share this message with someone who needs to hear it. Encourage them to step into their own river of wealth. Together, you're building a legacy of faith and prosperity that will impact generations. The enemy will try to distract you with doubts, delays, and distractions. But God's word is clear. The Lord will open the heavens, the storehouse of His bounty, to send rain on your land in season, and to bless all the work of your hands. Deuteronomy 28:12. Your breakthrough is not delayed, it's divinely timed. Keep your eyes on God, and don't let the enemy steal your focus. Your river of abundance is flowing, and no force can stop it. If this message is speaking to your heart, if you're ready to embrace this divine flow, type 777 in the comments below. Declare that you're claiming God's endless river of wealth. Stay with me, chosen one, because we're about to go deeper into this life-changing truth. Let's talk about the power of consistency. God's blessings flow to those who remain faithful, even when the results aren't immediate. Keep praying, keep believing, keep acting in faith. Every step you take is building momentum. James 1:4 says, "Let perseverance finish its work, so that you may be mature and complete, not lacking anything." Your consistency is a signal to God that you're ready for His abundance. Keep showing up and watch how He shows out. This river of wealth is also about freedom from fear. Fear of not having enough, fear of failure, fear of what others think. These are chains that God is breaking. When you trust in His provision, fear loses its grip. You begin to live with boldness, knowing that God's got you covered. Psalm 34:4 says, "I sought the Lord, and He answered me. He delivered me from all my fears." Step into this season with courage, knowing that God's abundance is your shield. Let's talk about the ripple effect of your blessings. As God pours wealth into your life, it will overflow to those around you. Your family will be blessed. Your community will be impacted. Your generosity will inspire others to trust in God's provision. Think of the woman who gave her last 2 coins in Mark 12:41-44. Jesus praised her not for the amount, but for her faith. Your giving, no matter how small, creates ripples that change the world. Chosen one, I'm so grateful for you. Your faith, your presence, your willingness to embrace this message. It's powerful. If you feel led to support this work, a super thanks helps keep these messages of divine abundance flowing to others. But whether you donate or not, know that you are seen, valued, and loved. Let's keep moving forward, because God's plan for you is unstoppable. This river of abundance is also about legacy. The wealth God is pouring into your life isn't just for you. It's for your children, your children's children, and beyond. You're building a foundation that will stand the test of time. Proverbs 13:22 says, "A good person leaves an inheritance for their children's children." Your obedience today is creating a legacy of faith, prosperity, and purpose that will outlive you. Let's talk about the power of visualization. See yourself living in abundance. Picture the money flowing, the opportunities coming, the peace filling your heart. Visualization isn't just a mental exercise, it's a spiritual practice. When you see God's promises in your mind, you're aligning your spirit with His reality. Habakkuk 2:3 reminds us that the vision will come to pass at the appointed time. Hold fast to that vision, chosen one, because it's closer than you think. The world may try to pull you back into a mindset of lack, but God is calling you higher. You're not bound by the limitations of this world. You're a child of the King, destined for greatness. John 10:10 says, "I have come that they may have life, and have it to the full." This is your promise, chosen one. A life of fullness, abundance, and purpose. Step into it with boldness, knowing that God is with you every step of the way. If this message is setting your soul on fire, if you're ready to dive into this endless river of wealth, type 777 in the comments below. Let the universe know you're claiming your divine inheritance. Stay with me, because we're about to uncover even more of God's plan for your prosperity. Let's talk about the power of divine connections. God is bringing people into your life who will open doors to your abundance. These aren't random encounters, they're divinely orchestrated. Proverbs 27:17 says, "As iron sharpens iron, so one person sharpens another." Surround yourself with people who believe in your vision, who inspire you to dream bigger, and who walk in faith. These connections will amplify your blessings and propel you toward your purpose. This river of wealth is also about breaking generational curses. Maybe your family has struggled with lack for generations. Maybe you've inherited mindsets of scarcity or fear, but God is saying, enough. You are the one to break those chains. Your faith, your obedience, your trust in God's provision, these are the keys to rewriting your family's story. Nehemiah 2:20 says, "The God of heaven will give us success." Your success is not just for you, it's for every generation that follows. Let's talk about the power of rest. In God's economy, you don't have to hustle endlessly to receive His blessings. Rest in His provision. Trust that He's working even when you're not. Psalm 127:2 says, "In vain you rise early and stay up late, toiling for food to eat, for He grants sleep to those He loves." Rest doesn't mean inactivity. It means trusting God so deeply that you can let go of worry and strive. When you rest in His promises, the river of abundance flows even stronger. Chosen one, your journey is a testimony to God's faithfulness. Every step you take in faith, every moment you trust in His provision, is a declaration to the world that God keeps His promises. Your life is becoming a beacon of hope, a living proof that God's abundance is real. Think of Noah, who built an ark in the face of doubt and ridicule. His obedience led to salvation for his family. Your obedience is leading to salvation for your dreams, your finances, and your purpose. If this message is resonating deep within your soul, if you're ready to embrace this divine flow of wealth, type 777 in the comments below. Declare that you're stepping into God's endless river of abundance. Stay with me, chosen one, because we're about to dive even deeper into this transformative truth. Let's talk about the power of persistence. The enemy will try to make you give up just before your breakthrough, but God is saying, keep going. Your persistence is a weapon against doubt and delay. Hebrews 10:36 says, "You need to persevere so that when you have done the will of God, you will receive what He has promised." Every prayer, every act of faith, every moment you choose to trust God is bringing you closer to the river of wealth. Don't stop now. Your breakthrough is closer than you think. This river of abundance is also about joy. God's blessings don't just fill your bank account, they fill your heart. When you walk in His provision, you'll experience a joy that transcends circumstances. Nehemiah 8:10 says, "The joy of the Lord is your strength." As money flows to you, let it be a source of joy, not stress. Use it to create memories to bless others, to live a life that glorifies God. Your joy will become a magnet for even more blessings. Let's talk about the power of alignment with God's purpose. Your wealth is not just about you, it's about fulfilling the mission God has given you. Maybe you're called to start a business that changes lives, to fund a ministry that spreads hope, or to create opportunities for others. Whatever your purpose, God's abundance will equip you to do it. Ephesians 2:10 says, "For we are God's handiwork, created in advance for us to do." Your wealth is a tool for those good works. Chosen one, I'm so grateful for your faith, your presence, and your willingness to embrace this message. If you feel called to support this work, a super thanks helps keep these messages of divine abundance flowing to others. Whether you donate or not, know that you are a vital part of this community of chosen ones. Let's keep moving forward, because God's plan for you is unfolding in miraculous ways. This river of wealth is also about breaking free from comparison. The world will try to make you measure your success against others, but God's plan for you is unique. Your abundance is tailor-made for your purpose. Galatians 6:4 says, "Each one should test their own actions. Then they can take pride in themselves alone, without comparing themselves to someone else." Focus on your journey, your calling, your river of abundance. God's blessings for you are more than enough. Let's talk about the power of faith in action. Faith isn't just believing, it's moving. Take that step God's been nudging you toward. Maybe it's launching that project, reaching out to that contact, or investing in that dream. James 2:17 says, "Faith by itself, if it is not accompanied by action, is dead." Your action, no matter how small, is a signal to God that you're ready to receive. And when you move, He moves mountains. This journey is about becoming a vessel for God's glory. As money flows to you, let it flow through you. Be a conduit of His blessings, a channel of His love. Your wealth is not meant to be hoarded, it's meant to be shared. Matthew 5:16 says, "Let your light shine before others, that they may see your good deeds and glorify your Father in heaven." Your abundance is a testimony to God's goodness, and it will draw others to Him. If this message is igniting your spirit, if you're ready to dive deeper into this endless river of wealth, type 777 in the comments below. Declare that you're claiming God's divine provision. Stay with me, chosen one, because we're about to uncover even more of this life-changing truth. Let's talk about the power of divine timing. God's blessings come at the perfect moment, when your heart and spirit are ready to receive them. You may feel like you've been waiting too long, but every moment of waiting has been preparation. Isaiah 40:31 says, "Those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength." Your strength is being renewed right now, preparing you for the flood of abundance that's coming. Trust God's timing. It's always perfect. This river of wealth is also about freedom from the past. Whatever mistakes you've made, whatever financial struggles you've faced, they don't define you. God is making all things new. 2 Corinthians 5:17 says, "If anyone is in Christ, the new creation has come, the old has gone, the new is here." Step into this new season with confidence, knowing that your past is forgiven and your future is filled with promise. Let's talk about the power of expectation again, because it's that important. Expectation is the bridge between your faith and God's provision. When you expect blessings, you're aligning your spirit with God's reality. Psalm 5:3 says, "In the morning, Lord, you hear my voice. In the morning, I lay my requests before you and wait expectantly." Lay your requests before God and wait with excitement, knowing that He's already working on your behalf. Chosen one, your life is about to become a living testimony to God's power. As money flows to you like an endless river, people will see His hand on your life. They'll ask, "How did you do it?" And you'll point them to the one who made it possible. Your wealth is not just for you, it's for God's glory. It's a sign to the world that His promises are true, His provision is real, and His love is unending. If this message is speaking to your heart, if you're ready to embrace this divine flow, type 777 in the comments below. Let the universe know you're stepping into God's endless river of abundance. Stay with me, because we're diving even deeper into this transformative truth. Let's talk about the power of obedience. When God says, "Do this now," He's not just giving you advice, He's giving you a divine instruction. Obedience is the key that unlocks the floodgates. 1 Samuel 15:22 says, "To obey is better than sacrifice." When you obey God's guidance, even when it feels uncertain, you position yourself for miracles. Trust His voice, take that step, and watch how He turns your obedience into overflow. This river of abundance is also about living with purpose. God's wealth isn't just about material gain, it's about fulfilling the mission He's given you. Maybe you're called to create, to lead, to heal, or to inspire. Whatever your purpose, God's provision will equip you to do it. Ephesians 3:20 says, "Now to Him who is able to do immeasurably more than all we ask or imagine." Your purpose is bigger than you can imagine, and God's abundance will make it possible. Let's talk about the power of resilience. The journey to abundance isn't always smooth. There will be tests, trials, and moments of doubt. But God is with you, strengthening you for every challenge. Philippians 4:13 says, "I can do all this through Him who gives me strength." Your resilience is a testimony to God's power working in you. Keep pushing forward, knowing that the river of wealth is waiting on the other side. Chosen one, I'm so grateful for your presence, your faith, and your willingness to embrace this message. If you feel led to support this work, a super thanks helps keep these messages of divine abundance flowing to others. Whether you donate or not, know that you are a vital part of this community of chosen ones. Let's keep moving forward, because God's plan for you is unfolding in miraculous ways. This river of wealth is also about transformation on a deeper level. As God pours out His blessings, He's shaping your character, your faith, and your heart. You're becoming a vessel for His glory, a light in a world that needs hope. Matthew 5:14 says, "You are the light of the world. A town built on a hill cannot be hidden." Your life, your wealth, your purpose, they're all a beacon of God's love and power. Let's talk about the power of surrender again, because it's a cornerstone of this journey. Surrendering to God doesn't mean giving up your dreams. It means trusting Him to fulfill them in ways you can't imagine. Psalm 37:4 says, "Take delight in the Lord, and He will give you the desires of your heart." When you surrender your plans to God, He replaces them with something far greater. Let go and let the river of abundance flow. This journey is also about breaking free from fear of failure. The world may tell you that success is uncertain, but God's promises are sure. 2 Timothy 1:7 says, "For the Spirit God gave us does not make us timid, but gives us power, love, and self-discipline. Step into your abundance with boldness, knowing that God's got your back. Failure is not your story. Victory is." If this message is igniting your spirit, if you're ready to dive deeper into this endless river of wealth, type 7717 in the comments below. Declare that you're claiming God's divine provision. Stay with me, chosen one, because we're about to uncover even more of this life-changing truth. Let's talk about the power of generosity. As God pours wealth into your life, He's calling you to pour it out to others. Generosity is a spiritual principle that multiplies your blessings. Luke 6:38 says, "Give, and it will be given to you." When you give with a cheerful heart, you create a cycle of abundance that never stops. Your generosity will not only bless others, but will bring even more wealth into your life. This river of abundance is also about living in alignment with God's timing. You may not see the full picture yet, but God is working behind the scenes. Every step you take in faith is moving you closer to your breakthrough. Isaiah 55:8-9 says, "For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, declares the Lord." Trust that God's plan is perfect, and His timing is impeccable. Let's talk about the power of vision again, because it's a game changer. When you hold a clear vision of your abundant future, you align your spirit with God's reality. Write down your dreams, pray over them, and trust that God is bringing them to pass. Habakkuk 2:3 says, "Though it linger, wait for it, it will certainly come and will not delay." Your vision is not a fantasy, it's a divine blueprint for your life. Chosen one, your life is a testimony to God's faithfulness. As you step into this river of wealth, you're becoming a living proof of His promises. People will see your transformation and be drawn to the God who made it possible. Your abundance is not just for you, it's for His glory. Psalm 115:1 says, "Not to us, Lord, not to us, but to your name be the glory. Let your wealth shine as a testament to His power." If this message is speaking to your soul, if you're ready to embrace this divine flow, type 777 in the comments below. Let the universe know you're stepping into God's endless river of abundance. Stay with me, because we're diving even deeper into this transformative truth. Let's talk about the power of trust. Trusting God means letting go of control and believing that He's working everything out for your good. Romans 8:28 says, "And we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love Him." Your trust is a bridge to your abundance. When you trust God fully, you open the door for His miracles to flow. This river of wealth is also about breaking free from limiting beliefs. Maybe you've been told you're not good enough, smart enough, or worthy enough. But God says otherwise. You are His chosen one, destined for greatness. Ephesians 1:4 says, "For He chose us in Him before the creation of the world." Your worth is not defined by the world, it's defined by God. Step into your abundance with the confidence of a child of the King. Let's talk about the power of prayer. Prayer is your direct line to God's throne. When you pray, you're aligning your heart with His will. Philippians 4:6 says, "Do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation by prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, present your requests to God." Pray for your financial breakthrough. Pray for wisdom. Pray for the courage to act, and watch how God answers in ways that exceed your expectation. Chosen one, I'm so grateful for your faith and your presence here. If this message is blessing you, consider hitting that like button and subscribing to join thousands of chosen ones walking in divine abundance. Your support helps spread this light to others. Let's keep going, because God's plan for you is unstoppable. This river of abundance is also about living with purpose. Your wealth is not an end. It's a means to fulfill God's calling on your life. Maybe you're meant to build a business, support a ministry, or create a legacy of faith. Whatever your purpose, God's provision will make it possible. Jeremiah 29:11 says, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you." Your prosperity is part of His plan. Let's talk about the power of alignment again, because it's the key to everything. When your thoughts, words, and actions align with God's will, miracles happen. Speak abundance. Act in faith. Trust in His provision. Proverbs 3:5-6 says, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to Him, and He will make your paths straight." Your path to abundance is straight because God is leading the way. This journey is about becoming a beacon of hope. As God pours wealth into your life, you'll inspire others to trust in His provision. Your story will show the world that God's promises are true, that His abundance is real, and that His love never fails. Matthew 5:16 says, "Let your light shine before others." Your light is shining, chosen one, and it's changing the world. If this message is igniting your spirit, if you're ready to dive deeper into this endless river of wealth, type 777 in the comments below. Declare that you're claiming God's divine provision. Stay with me, because we're about to uncover even more of this life-changing truth. Let's talk about the power of focus. The enemy will try to distract you with worries, doubts, and fears, but God is calling you to keep your eyes on Him. Hebrews 12:2 says, "Fixing our eyes on Jesus, the pioneer and perfecter of faith." When you focus on God's promises, you drown out the noise of the world. Your focus is a magnet for His blessings, drawing the river of abundance closer to you. This river of wealth is also about living in overflow. God doesn't just want to meet your needs, He wants to give you more than enough. John 10:10 says, "I have come that they may have life and have it to the full." Your life is meant to overflow with blessings so you can pour into others. Your wealth will touch your family, your community, and the world, creating a ripple effect of God's goodness. Let's talk about the power of resilience again, because it's crucial. The journey to abundance will test your faith, but every test is an opportunity to grow stronger. James 1:2-3 says, "Consider it pure joy, my brothers and sisters, whenever you face trials of many kinds, because you know that the testing of your faith produces perseverance." Your resilience is a testimony to God's strength in you. Keep standing, and the river of wealth will flow. Chosen one, I'm so grateful for your presence and your faith. If you feel led to support this work, a super thanks helps keep these messages of divine abundance flowing to others. Whether you donate or not, know that you are a vital part of this community of chosen ones. Let's keep moving forward, because God's plan for you is unfolding in miraculous ways. Chosen one, you're still here, and that's no coincidence. God is speaking directly to your spirit, urging you to keep moving forward, to dive deeper into this divine river of abundance that's flowing just for you. The wealth He's prepared isn't a trickle, it's a torrent, a mighty current of prosperity that will sweep away every obstacle and carry you into a life of purpose, freedom, and unstoppable blessings. You're not just chasing money, you're stepping into a divine destiny where financial overflow becomes your reality. Stay with me, because God's message is growing stronger, and the power within you is about to ignite like never before. Let's talk about the power of divine clarity. Right now, God is sharpening your vision, giving you eyes to see opportunities that others miss. While the world stumbles in confusion, you are being gifted with a supernatural ability to discern the path ahead. John 16:13 says, "When the Spirit of truth comes, He will guide you into all the truth." That truth is your roadmap to wealth. It's the whisper in your heart telling you which doors to walk through, which risks to take, and which dreams to pursue. Trust that clarity, chosen one. It's God's GPS, leading you straight to the river of abundance. This journey is also about embracing your divine uniqueness. You weren't created to follow someone else's blueprint. God crafted you with a specific purpose, and your wealth is tied to that one-of-a-kind calling. The world may try to box you in, telling you to play small or fit into society's mold, but God says, break free. Psalm 139:14 declares, "I am fearfully and wonderfully made." Your uniqueness is your superpower. Lean into what makes you different. Your ideas, your creativity, your passion. That's where your abundance will flow, like a river carving a path no one else can follow. Now, let's talk about the power of divine acceleration. God is speeding things up for you. What used to take years will now unfold in months, weeks, or even days. You're stepping into a season where blessings overtake you faster than you can imagine. Deuteronomy 28:8 says, "The Lord will send a blessing on your barns and on everything you put your hand to." Every project, every investment, every effort you make is being supernaturally amplified. Don't be surprised when opportunities come knocking before you're ready. God's moving at lightning speed, and your wealth is catching up. If this message is setting your soul on fire, if you feel God's power surging through you, I invite you to declare it. Type 777 in the comments below, a sacred sign that you're claiming this divine acceleration. You're telling the universe, I'm ready for God's overflow. Let's keep pushing forward, because the river of abundance is rushing toward you. Chosen one, let's talk about the power of divine protection. As you step into this wealth, God is surrounding you with a shield of favor. The enemy may try to sow chaos, unexpected expenses, distractions, or setbacks, but they will not prevail. Psalm 5:12 says, "Surely, Lord, you bless the righteous, you surround them with your favor as with a shield." Your finances, your dreams, your purpose, they're all under God's protection. Walk boldly, knowing that no attack can derail what He's ordained for you. This river of abundance is also about stepping into divine authority. You're not a bystander in your life, you're a co-creator with God. He's given you the power to shape your future, to call forth wealth, and to command blessings. Luke 10:19 says, "I have given you authority to trample on snakes and scorpions, and to overcome all the power of the enemy." Speak to your finances with authority. Declare, "Money flows to me now." Command doors to open, and they will. Your words carry divine weight, chosen one. Use them to build your empire of abundance. Let's talk about the power of divine overflow. God's blessings aren't just enough. They're more than enough. He's not giving you a cup that's barely full. He's pouring out a flood that spills over into every area of your life. Ephesians 3:20 says, "Now to Him who is able to do immeasurably more than all we ask or imagine, your wealth will overflow into your relationships, your health, your joy. You'll have so much that you can't help but give, and that giving will spark even greater blessings." Chosen one, I am so grateful for your presence, your faith, and your unwavering commitment to this journey. If you feel moved to support this work, a super thanks helps keep these messages of divine abundance flowing to others like you. Whether you choose to donate or not, know that you are seen, valued, and cherished. Let's keep diving deeper, because God's plan for you is expanding beyond your wildest dreams. Let's talk about the power of divine alignment with your calling. Your wealth isn't random. It's tied to the unique mission God has placed in your heart. Maybe you're called to innovate, to create art that inspires, or to lead others to freedom. Whatever it is, your prosperity is the fuel for that purpose. Jeremiah 1:5 says, "Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. Before you were born, I set you apart." Your calling is no accident, and neither is the wealth that's flowing to support it. Step into your mission and watch the river of abundance surge. This journey is also about the power of divine courage. Stepping into wealth requires boldness. You may need to leave your comfort zone, take risks, or face criticism from those who don't understand your vision. But God is saying, "Be strong and courageous." Joshua 1:9 declares, "Have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid, do not be discouraged. For the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go." Your courage will unlock doors that fear kept closed. Take that leap, chosen one, and let the river carry you. Let's talk about the power of divine wisdom. As wealth flows to you, God is equipping you with the knowledge to manage it. You're not just receiving money, you're receiving the insight to multiply it, to invest it, to make it work for His kingdom. Proverbs 4:7 says, "The beginning of wisdom is this, get wisdom. Though it cost all you have, get understanding." Seek God's guidance in every financial decision, and He'll show you how to turn your blessings into a legacy. If this message is igniting your spirit, if you're ready to embrace this divine wisdom, type 777 in the comments below. Declare that you're stepping into God's endless river of abundance. Stay with me, because we're uncovering even more of this life-changing truth. Let's talk about the power of divine gratitude. Not just for what you have, but for what's coming. Gratitude for future blessings is a prophetic act. When you thank God for the wealth that's on its way, you're pulling it from the spiritual realm into the physical. Colossians 3:17 says, "Whatever you do, whether in word or deed, do it all in the name of the Lord Jesus, giving thanks to God the Father through him." Your gratitude is a bridge to your abundance. Give thanks now and watch how God multiplies your blessings. This river of wealth is also about the power of divine influence. As God blesses you, your life will become a magnet for others. People will be drawn to your light, your success, your faith. You'll have the opportunity to mentor, to inspire, to lead. 1 Timothy 4:12 says, "Set an example for the believers in speech, in conduct, in love, in faith, and in purity." Your wealth will give you a platform to show the world what God can do. Use it to lift others up, and your influence will grow. Let's talk about the power of divine restoration. Whatever you've lost, opportunities, resources, time, God is bringing it back, multiplied. Joel 2:25 says, "I will repay you for the years the locusts have eaten." Your past losses are not the end of your story. God is restoring everything, turning your setbacks into comebacks. The river of abundance is washing away the pain of the past and bringing you into a season of overflow. Chosen one, your faith is a beacon of light in this world. I'm so grateful for you, for your presence, and for your commitment to this divine journey. If you feel led to support this work, a super thanks helps keep these messages flowing to chosen ones like you. Whether you donate or not, know that you are loved and valued. Let's keep moving forward, because God's plan for you is unfolding in ways you can't even imagine. Now, let's talk about the power of